What do you do when you cannot experience joy in anything, not even in the activities that used to make you feel alive? Okay, so as I do with a lot of questions that I receive, let's start with a reframing of some of the words that are used in this question, okay? Because words are so important. Remember, thoughts are important, your energy is important, but as soon as you take your thoughts and your energy and your emotions and you translate that into words that you actually expel, that you birth out into the world, then those words are so powerful in the perpetuation of in the manifestation of your reality. So I always tell people, be very careful what you speak, be careful about what you're thinking, but especially be careful about what you are speaking, what you're birthing out into the world. And so be cautious of the words that you're using, especially if you don't want to continue something. So when this person says, I can't feel joy, though it's a really, really strong energy. What you're telling to the universe is you can't do something. And so you're just perpetuating that energy. Okay. So a better way of saying this would be, I'm not feeling joy right now. Okay, but I'm willing to feel it in the future, or but I'm open to changing. You see, totally different energy from saying, I can't feel joy anymore, versus saying, right now, I'm not feeling joy, or up until now, I haven't been feeling joy, but I'm open to feeling it now, or I'm open to learning how to get back to joy. Okay, totally different energies, right? And so let's start there. Let's reframe the question. Remember how to use our words. The words are very powerful in the co-creation of our reality. And let's just be very, very conscious of the words that we're using. Okay, so let's start there. We reframe, we use different words. And now let's go into a couple of reasons why sometimes the joy shuts down. Okay, now this is a temporary thing, right? Like if you're doing your spiritual work and you're opening up and you're doing your healing, then the lack of joy that you're feeling is temporary. Sometimes people stay in a lack of joy their whole lives because they're unawakened. They don't know they don't have the tools, or they don't know how to heal, and so they stay in this numb state for their whole lives. But that's clearly not what I'm talking about in our community here. And this person clearly has been a part of our community, so they're obviously going down their spiritual path. So this isn't a permanent thing. It's never a permanent thing. It doesn't have to be. So one of two things, that couple of scenarios that can be happening right now when it has to do with feeling a lack of joy in your life in general. Okay, so it's temporary, and it can be happening for a couple of reasons. One, it can be happening because you may be in what's known as the void phase of your spiritual awakening. And in the void phase, everything just everything feels kind of shut down. All right. It feels like the universe, I'm not being loved by the universe. The universe doesn't love me. I just feel really, really shut down. Okay. And so it could be happening that this is because you're going through the void stage of the spiritual awakening and you're just kind of shut down a little bit. Sometimes the void phase is important because when we shut down energetically, really what the soul is doing is it's asking you to go inward more. So it's saying to you, yeah, you're no longer really feeling joy with these activities out here, but this is temporary and I'm doing this. So you go within and find that connection to your source within you. It is in you. You don't need to be doing anything. That connection is within you. All right. So it could be just a temporary thing that you're going through the void phase of the spiritual awakening, where your energy system shuts down a little bit. And if you want to learn more about the void stage, just look up the 6 stages of spiritual awakening. It's one of my most popular videos. You can look that up on my YouTube channel and you'll see a little bit more about what it means to be in the void. Okay, so that's one reason. The other reason that you can be going through this feeling a lack of joy is you can be shut down from something that happened. Okay, so an example of this that I see with a lot of people, and this happened in my own life also, but I've seen this with a lot of people is, for example, I'll give an example. They were in a relationship and then suddenly that relationship fell apart and they just had a horrible heartbreak in their lives, and their response to their heartbreak was to shut down their heart center. Okay, so elevated emotions like joy, ecstasy, bliss, wonder, those are coming from the heart chakra. And so in this scenario, maybe you're not feeling joy anymore because you literally shut down because of something that happened. So let's say, I don't know this person's scenario, but let's say that you were in a relationship and then the relationship fell apart and it was just such a heartbreak for you, and you just immediately shut your heart down because you didn't want to suffer that again in the future. Okay. So a lot of times we will do this. We'll shut down our own energy centers, our own energy, especially our heart, when we suffer loss or heartbreak or grief or sorrow. It's a protection mechanism. We're trying to protect ourselves from feeling that pain. And then what ends up happening is when we shut down, it may feel like a protection mechanism because we don't want to feel the pain deeply. But then what ends up happening is if I shut down my heart, I won't feel also joy and love and ecstasy and all those beautiful emotions. Okay. So in this situation, this is going to need your active participation too, because when I encounter people who are shut down at the heart because of a heartbreak or because something happened to them, then your conscious awareness is necessary to open that beautiful heart up again. Okay. And you can do this with just some simple meditation or just lighting a candle and doing a ceremony and sitting down, closing your eyes and just stretching out your chest, bringing your arms out, stretching out your chest and just saying to the universe, I know I've been closed down, but I'm willing to open now. I'm ready to open now. Please show me how to open this beautiful heart again. Okay. And you can start to open it in that way. Just set out the intention that you are ready to open. I'm ready to open. I'm ready to open. And that heart is going to start to blossom again and open up. Okay. So these are a couple of scenarios why people will stop feeling joy. It's only temporary. And it just takes a little bit of effort on your part to have the courage to open the heart up, connect to your source. Your connection to your source is super, super important in whatever situation you're going through. Okay. So always be connected to your source. You are loved. Love is always streaming down to you from this beautiful source that you come from. And the more connected you are with that source, you just then start to say, I open up my energy. I open up my heart. No matter what's happened to me in the past, I am willing to courageously open my heart and keep it open this time. Okay. So I hope this helps. These are a couple of reasons why joy shuts down, and it's literally shutting down because the heart is shut down, and there are ways to open it up. Just give it up to the universe, surrender to the universe, and state that you are ready to open your heart, and that the joy will come back.